from getting the Amy Community Series underway. AFL Tonight's Drew Jones and Kath Loughnan are standing by at Marvel Stadium. Guys, plenty of interest surrounding both camps, I suppose, heading into this season for very different reasons. Looking forward to seeing how they go about things this evening.
Kath, thanks so much. Kath, hello to you. AFL Tonight is back, for a 7th season, and it's great to be back. We're under the roof at Marvel Stadium, but footy is back in Melbourne. Kath, just for a second, some housekeeping tonight. Melbourne against Carlton, 22 aside, even though 26 were named, and a medical sub. Both teams are going round one style as we build up towards the start of a big season, Kath, but crowds are back.
Yes, crowds are back. I think it's just hit us all that footy is back because we see the reigning premiers behind us warming up here at Marvel Stadium, fans streaming through the gates, and the best part is when it comes to round one, no more capped crowds at the footy in Victoria. We heard from AFL CEO Gil McLachlan at our Fox Footy launch yesterday, just saying not only the financial benefits, Drew, but more so just at the game feeling as if it was pre-pandemic, and to hear what 90,000 fans scream ball or something at the MCG, it will be glorious to hear.
Yeah, that'll be you, Freo Dockers, round one. We haven't had crowds in Melbourne, Kath, since round 17 last season, so it has been a while between drinks. When it comes to men's footy, of course, the AFLW building up some brilliant momentum for us heading into the start of the AFL season. Carlton tonight feel like they've been the hype team of the pre-season. How have you seen their build-up?
It's really interesting, isn't it? I mean, we focus a lot on Michael Voss, and understandably so, the new senior coach, but it's a whole new coaching team. So they've got Aaron Hamill from St Kilda. He returns to Carlton for the first time in 2 decades as backline coach. Tim Clark in charge of the all-important midfield, and then Ash Hansen as forward-line offensive coach, similar role he had at the Western Bulldogs. So Blues players would have rocked up to pre-season feeling like they've arrived at a new school with all the fresh faces in the coaching department. But it is Michael Voss who we really focus on, isn't it? And easy to forget, he was 36 when he was appointed coach at the Brisbane Lions. He's now 46. Obviously spent a lot of time at Port Adelaide as an assistant coach, so you'd imagine he's much better equipped now, certainly much more experienced in the coaching ranks. So he's inherited a very talented list, hasn't he? It's depending on what we see from the players, will they buy into what Michael Voss preaches, particularly defensively, which we know was the massive issue for the Blues last year. So if we can see a bit of defensive profile from the Blues starting tonight, well then I think that's a much more promising sign leading into 2022. Speaking of defence, well, Melbourne Demons, we spoke to our good friends at Champion Data the other night. They said they've seen nothing like it in terms of their defensive profile since St Kilda back in 2009. So they're the team to beat, still well ahead of the pack, aren't they? Yeah,
I mean, always the question, Kath, is how do the reigning premiers get better? And it's been a pretty good season, a good pre-season, I beg your pardon, for the Demons so far. Harrison Petty is injured, and apart from the little hiccup off the field with the bullying stuff coming out about Simon Goodman, there really hasn't been much to report from a Melbourne point of view, just everyone burning up the track. So you spoke about defensively. It's going to be a different looking back six tonight from the grand final. 5 of their premiership defenders are not playing tonight, so it will be a little bit of a different look Demons down back, but forward of the ball they'll have a familiar look. And their midfield, Kath, Gawn, Petrarca, Clayton Oliver, Viney, and all the rest, they're all there. So this is a full dress rehearsal for them for round one, and understandably they are the favourites for the flag this year, because that team from start to finish, from number 1 to 44, looks really strong this season. Should be a cracking one tonight.
By the way, Gary Lyon just said Clayton Oliver apparently has gone to another level in the off-season, so that's a bit scary for opposition teams watching on tonight.
Absolutely. As you can tell, the roof is shut tonight. I'm starting to sweat it up. It's going to be warm, 30 degrees outside. Kath, should be a cracker, but Tom Morris coming up shortly. But Kath, we're going to be seeing you on AFL Tonight on Monday and through the whole season. And Tuesday, and through the whole weekend of the Amy Community Series. So thank you very much.
Bring it on.
We look forward to it. All right, so a lot of talk as we go into the season about crowds, about vaccinations. We discussed that all with CEO Gil McLachlan at the Fox Footy launch yesterday.